This video is going to talk about how to add different security clearance levels for your users. Maybe you have additional users that you're adding that are sub-managers, supervisors, or maybe even just drivers. There's a lot of different options in here, and I think it's worth mentioning how to do these. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the Administration tab and go to the Users. And I'm going to open up a user just to show you exactly what it is that has the security clearance profile. Under here, if I click on Administrator, it will show me some of the different options, and you'll notice there are some that are a little bit more customized. We'll talk about how to set these up. But it's important to notice at least what these different options do. So the best way you can gain access to set up the security clearance levels, first of all, you have to be an administrator. The next thing you can do is you can go to the Users option, click on Security Clearance Levels, and now you can see a list of all of the different clearance levels that are available. If you are an administrator, you're going to be able to have the ability to create a security clearance level for everyone at your level and below. If you're a supervisor, you're only going to be able to create security clearance levels for anyone at your level and below, and so on as it goes down to view only. Usually administrators and supervisors are the only ones using these options, but at least it gives you some information. The view only is really going to be designed for users to be able to go in and view information maybe on the map, maybe look at some specific reports, but they can't really change anything. They can't add groups, they can't add users or vehicles, and that's it. The difference between view only and nothing is nothing doesn't even give you the option to log into this system. So maybe you have drivers out in the field that you want to send a report to, or you want to send an instant email alert, like you have a check engine light on, you need to go get it serviced. They have to be a user in the system to be able to receive that notification via email. But maybe you don't want them to have access to the portal. You could set them up as a nothing, which would still allow that email address to be used for reports or instant alerts, but again, not gaining them access. That's the major difference between view only and nothing. For the default user portion, we'll look at this to give you an idea of what is visible. If I click on default user, it's going to give me a list of everything that this user can do and can't do. Everything in red obviously are going to be options that they can't control. If I scroll down a little bit more, you'll see a couple of things allow me to change. I can change my own password. I can change my own map view, and that's it. Now you'll notice all of this is grayed out. This is the, if you will, default. I can't change some of the default settings, which in this case are going to be the main topic items here. If I want to make a change to the default user, maybe I don't even want this default user to be able to change their password. I actually have to make a sub-clearance level for default user. So I can go default clearance, and I can put in something in here, disallow password. Maybe that's something I want to include there. I can scroll down, and now I can go through and find change your own password, turn it off, and then go back up and hit save. And now I'll see this. And now if I go and open up a user, this would be another option that would be available. And you can make these at any different level that you want. The big item here is to really identify what you want your users to be able to do when they log in. Over time, this can be developed and changed. You can also go in and change these sub-clearance levels without having to rechange everything in the portal. If you have any questions about how to go through and actually monitor or set this up, I highly recommend using our chat support session to ask questions. Maybe you want to actually set up a training call with our trainers. You can set that up here as well. They can set up a schedule and you can get a call in place. So it's a really easy way for you to communicate back and forth. You can also send us an email or even give us a phone call depending on whatever you might want to communicate. Again, live chat support, really helpful.